All right, 3, 2, 1 pills. Thanks for the comment there, Savage Franctagon. Let's take a look at these boards. Both pretty much this, not the same, but similar here. Just a little bit of an empty quadrant in the lower left and an empty quadrant in the lower right, pretty much for Packy. So both players here really just playing, decently high elevated boards, and nothing too terribly out of sorts here. Clusters both have to deal with. So it'll be interesting to see how they go along here.
Yeah, Packy been dealing with a lot of the gray initially, and Frank was dealing with a lot of the white, or it may have been the other way around. I don't remember because they've since progressed through that situation. But excuse me, but Packy's still trying to get a lot of the gray down to progress this board. Meanwhile, Frank also needing a lot of the gray. Actually, Packy having a little bit more access to what he needs until just there. Now it's solely gray for him, and Frank is a little bit, his board is a little more accessible in his end game. So it looks like a pretty good start here for Frank, who is holding on to a 7 virus, now a 9 virus lead over Packy.
Yeah, Packy is looking to open up things, especially column 5. I think he's trying to seek out here potentially. Could have gone for a drop sweet tea, but is just going to take the horizontal. Does have a fat log opportunity. Frank out at a minute 28, and Frankie 619 here, looking to get this black off the board, and he will. And now he's setting up. I like this. Going to drop the double gray down. Boom. Easy combo there for Packy, as he is just down to his final 3.
Yeah, and Packy going to get those final 3 right here out at a 150, 22 seconds behind Frank at the moment. But a nice little starting board here for Packy. Has a lot of horizontal opportunities. Unfortunately, they are those grays. So we'll see. Oh, look, there's the double gray that he was hoping for.
Being reminded that these two faced off last week. Time is a construct. Uh, anyways, it is just a 7 virus lead. Again, a lot of clustering on these boards, packing nothing in that bottom row. So definitely considerations for drop time. Also considerations for a little bit more flexible horizontal clears, as well as Packy now taking the lead, or had the lead for a moment, and then Frank took it right back here. Just 4 viruses between these two players. Going to drop those grays down, and those, or rather those blacks down, and going to clear off another virus here, 20 to 17. Packy can't do anything with that black pill half's going to have to play some forest garbage, and now clears off the board. Just has that straggler black garbage in column number 6, going to take it, or excuse me, column 5, take it off the board here. He is down to 15, Frank down to 13 here, as these players continue to rock this board. 13 to 12, Packy holding on to a lead, Frank taking it right back. Double setup for Packy if he wants it. He's not going to take it, opting instead for the easier combo clear. Down to 9 to 7 here. A nice drop here. A little bit of drop time, but it's going to get Packy down to 7. He's going to have to manage this right side of the board. It is a little dicey, Flindo.
Yeah, but I think he's got everything he wants. He's going for this red horizontal, which is going to drop that yellow down. Oh, look, and he gets a nice little T out of it. Just going to need some red here. Looking like he's going to go ahead and set up for a drop combo. Had the opportunity to maybe take the yellows, but I think he's waiting for this red, yellow, or black, white, if you prefer. And he gets it, just needs to combo out here. But Frank already into level 10. 34 viruses remaining, doing a great job setting up the combos, gets a nice horizontal into a drop vertical. Really nice play there by Frank, just cruising along here as Packy joins him into level 10. Not a terrible starting board for Packy. Again, needing a lot of horizontal of the grays to really get this board going, though, JB.
Yeah, absolutely. And Packy, I think, was going to combo out that 9, but he had to fat log out to get to that double black. So wasn't really able to combo out how he liked it. Did slow him down a bit here, but he is cruising back here. But it may be too little too late here. Frank is just playing brilliantly here, getting a nice triple combo, and he is down to 13 viruses to go. Doesn't have a lot in the way for black right now. He's going to have to get a horizontal clear, and might get it here. I like this play. The double gray right there should drop down. We're going to get a touch of gray like the Grateful Dead. We are. That is out there. 6 viruses to go. I've been sitting on that Grateful Dead joke all stream. We've got Packy down to 19 here as he is going to get a drop double down to 17 viruses. Frank down to his final four. They are a bit clustered, but manageable here. It looks like it's going to have to be a couple of verticals, and that's exactly what it is. So Frank looking for his final three white pills to take home game number one here in this best of three, and he will out at a 5:15.
5:15, absolutely incredible there for Frank, averaging about just over a minute and a half per level. Actually, maybe just a little bit more than that. My quick math is not very good right now. It's been a long day, but that's all right. Packy gonna get out of here pretty quickly. Would love to see a double gray for him. Well, not even a double gray now. Two individual grays would do it. We'll see how he elects to do that. Gets the double gray, gets the sweet tea, gets the vertical drop out at a 550 for Packy.
All right, so it is 1-0 in favor of Frank. Are we going to get the clash of the Titans again, Frank and Adelito, or is Packy going to reverse sweep this and plunge his ticket to the finals? We're waiting on readies for our players here. And just as a reminder, if you'd like to join us, join our Discord. It is a great place to enhance your skills of the game, whether you've been playing it since 1990 or you've just been playing it for 90 minutes. We'd love to have you along for the ride here, and join our tournaments once you're feeling up to it. I know a lot of people are a little intimidated by it, but I always say the least you can do is make a qualifying attempt and see how well you do. We would love to see you join us. The link is in our description, and we've got 3, 2, 1, and pills. Taking a look at these boards, Flindo, they're again pretty similar here. Maybe a little bit favorable for Packy.
Yeah, I like Packy's board just a little bit more than I like Frank's right now. But Frank's doing a really nice job bringing this down. He's just dealing with a lot of verticality, making some really nice tucks though. Gets that double white down and tucked and drops some into a nice little clear. Now you see him doing the exact same thing, but ending up in a horizontal clear. Frank, and it's interesting to note that this is Frank's preferred version of Dr. Mario, and I just watching him play, I can see why.
Yeah, and these players both playing phenomenally well here. It is a 9 virus advantage here. Packy's got very limited access to black here. He's going to flip that black gray up, trying to set himself up potentially for an undercleared, perhaps a double horizontal. If he can get a double gray, he can tuck that one into bed. And he is down to 17. Frank down to his final 5, looking for some gray support here. And could have dropped that double black and gotten the double. I think maybe he's going for the sandwich clear, and that does look to be what he is, out at a minute 13.
Yeah, but Packy not too far behind though. Just 6 viruses to go in this level 8. Gets a really nice tuck in there to get the clear. Gonna get these whites here, and just gets the de-sandwich on the grays too. That was really nice. Oh, but doesn't get that white quite over all the way. Wisely gonna go for the grays first. Now gets it over out at a 137 for Packy. A 13 virus deficit though at the moment. Packy's really gonna have to start hitting the pedal to the metal if he's going to want to get back into this.
Absolutely. And it's a tough going when you make those small misplays, especially on that end game situation. I've had it happen to me more times than I can count, where I think I've confidently got it and suddenly, oops. So definitely feel for Packy there. Frank down to 18 viruses here. He's playing a bit of a Spire in column 5, but he does have setups and solutions for a lot of those problems. Really only the gray cluster there, but now he's got that opened up. Going to go for an L, yeah, in row 4, column 4. I think he's just waiting on it and going to get some setups, more setups here. We're going to see a lot of viruses, I think, come off this board for Frank, and we absolutely are. He didn't quite get the double gray like he wanted. Down to 7 here, but Packy storming back, only down by 3.
Yeah, Packy's done a really nice job here getting back into this game. And I think part of it is due to Frank waiting on that combo for so long. But again, a testament to Packy's play. He's just done a great job here. Down to 7 viruses, now 6 viruses. Frank gets the last black he needs out at a 253. Packy looking to get these. Could have been out of there maybe 1 pill sooner, but still out of the 304. It is a 7 virus deficit now for Packy in this final level. Packy got to pull ahead and win this one if he wants to keep his tournament hopes alive here.
And Packy has no access to white, so he's got to work around whatever he gets. He does have that one virus, and now gets the drop cross there, and is going to start going to work here, but really needs to do something to break through. I'm not really seeing anything that he can break through to the bottom of that board. Everything's really just there's just a couple of barricades he's got to work around. Maybe he could do it here with this clear of the grays, and that is exactly what he's going to do. He's got a little bit of an opening here. Would really love some white support there to get things off. Or rather Frank down to 19 here, and it's kind of the same story. Not a lot of access of white for Frank. Gets a nice little swim tuck into that fourth column there. Flindo, I know you love your swims.
Absolutely. Self-proclaimed captain of the swim team here, and I'm all about it. But looking at Packy's board here, he's just got a slope on the left side and needing a lot of the gray and a lot of the yellow, while Frank is just in cruise control here. Going to get the horizontal yellows really nice for him, and the horizontal black just just so close to getting out of this board for Frank. Gets that horizontal gray. Just going to need 2 more blacks. There it is in the form of a double. He's out at a 438. Packy is already past that. So it is Frank moving on to face Adelito in our finals. Seems a little familiar.
Frank with just some otherworldly speed here. You think those viruses are buried, and he just makes wonderful things happen. And we're gonna see Packy here. Let's give him a double white. Come on, Doc.
Hey,
There
there
it
it is.
is. Commentator's blessing. A little late, but still out at a 5-10, and it will be a sweep for Frank. It'll be Frank Adelito in our finals.